They just said that 92% of the people that went to college and racked up all this student loan debt don't and won't have jobs in the degrees that they got the debt in. So why y'all asking us to pay this money back? If you know that, why are we being asked to pay? And then this is the thing that gets me. Before I could even lift my right foot out of the door frame of graduation, my university was already contacting me for a donation. It's because of y'all that I'm a bam flipping donation to the Department of Education. And now they want to garnish our wages. What did you go to school for? Did you graduate with your degree? And are you actively using your degree to make tons of money like they promised you? Was it worth going to college? Was it worth racking up all this student loan debt? And even if you did go to college, finish your degree, you walked across the stage and you got your pretty degree, have you finished paying back your student loans? Will you pay back your student loans?
I'm an HR consultant, and if you're worried about your wages getting garnished due to student loan debt, or even worse, your bank account being seized, you want to quickly stop direct depositing your checks and consider getting live checks. Or if your company offers the option to get your funds on a pay card, consider that. Now, stopping direct deposit and either getting a live check or getting your funds on a pay card, if that's an option, doesn't stop your wages from being garnished, but it does stop money from automatically going into an account that's seized, and then you don't have any of it. And if you get a live check, you can have that cashed at a number of places that aren't your bank. And not all companies offer pay cards, but getting your wages on a pay card is kind of like getting your wages on a prepaid debit card. You just want to be really careful, because if these are lost or stolen, it's not great. There are also people who switch jobs somewhat frequently to avoid wage garnishment. And that's any kind of garnishment, for a personal loan, medical debt, child support, things like that. But the soonest I've personally seen a garnishment hit from when an employee starts a new job is like 2.5 months. I'm not saying it can't happen sooner than that, I just haven't seen it. So if you are switching jobs to avoid your wages being garnished, just keep in mind that you might only have a couple of months or less before that's...
It's my paycheck if you want to. You're gonna catch these hands too. I'm telling you on God. Government out here talking about we're gonna garnish people's paychecks to pay off student loans. Who? You ain't worth 40 hours a week. I decide what to do with my money. Why are you touching my shit? Let me tell you. If I see one thing missing from my paycheck, everybody's catching hands, okay? Everybody's catching hands. My boss is catching hands. The bank is catching hands. The lady in the front desk is catching hands. Everybody on the phone is catching hands. Fucking Donald Dump is catching hands. Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all ain't worth 40 hours a week for that money. I did. So I choose if I want to put the money down for my student loans on that week alone. Y'all already took my taxes. Y'all be taking everybody's taxes off their paycheck, and then you expect us to pay for it? And then tell us, hey, it's for the roads and shit. And the roads are still not done. I still run into potholes. If y'all don't stop playing with me, I will turn to Aaron Yeager in this bitch, okay? I will flatten this hoe. Garnish people for their paycheck. Garnish your barbers. Half of y'all Trump administrations need a haircut.
And the bottom of my casket will have a file cabinet for all these student loans to rest in heavenly peace. That's how much I owe in student loans. How much money I owe in student loans. Now let me provide you with some additional information, since I know that this video is going to go viral because people are cruel and a lot of people are going to be ready to attack me in the comments and judge me and do whatever they got to do to feel good about themselves. I am a proud 25-year-old with over $100,000 in student loan debt. I went to school. I got a free associate degree through the early college program. I then furthered my education and got 2 additional degrees. I have a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship with a minor in management, and I have a master's degree in organizational leadership. But one thing America doesn't know about me is that I have 1 additional degree that's not on file and it's not in the records anywhere, and that's a law degree. At any given point, I'm prepared to take the stand and explain why I cannot afford to pay a dime on them student loans. Baby, you ain't never seen a sharp, undegreed attorney like me ever in your life. It's my time to shine.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I wanted to respond to this because I think this is very important. First, I want to say, I hope you don't think because you didn't just notice this garnishment until now starting your paycheck that you did anything wrong or missed anything, because I will say, that's okay. So give yourself some grace in this instance. And please know that we often see creditors get it wrong. So it's very important that you make sure and understand that this is a debt of yours, and they did not get it wrong. So here's what could have happened. Let's assume that this debt is something that you do owe. So that creditor at some point filed a lawsuit against you. They got the right to be able to garnish you. Some creditors, and I said a lawsuit, but what type of creditor is it? Is it a federal debt? Because not all people or entities that you owe money to have to file a lawsuit to get the right to be able to collect against you. So what type of debt is it? So let's go through the lawsuit channel. They filed a lawsuit against you. And with that lawsuit, they have to properly serve you. So every state is different. So were you personally served? Did they hand the paperwork to you? Did they hand it to someone who lives with you, is a proper resident in your home that's over the age of 18? Did they just drop it off in the door? Did they lie about service and lie? They say that they served you or someone in your home that lives there that's the proper age. We see creditors not be truthful all the time, and it sometimes pains me to say that, but it's reality. So did they properly serve you with that lawsuit? Okay, let's assume they did. And did you show up in court? Did you not show up in court? Did they get a default judgment against you, meaning default is because you did not show up or not properly respond within the time period you were supposed to respond to that lawsuit? Okay, so at some point they got the right to collect against you. The court granted it. Did they file a lien against your property? What you own, your bank accounts, real estate, and so on in the county in which you live in, or did they not? So did they send a garnishment paperwork that they had to file through whatever channels they had to legally do where you live against your bank account, or just send it to your employer? Did your employer notify you? These are things, depending on what state you live in, have to occur. And I will tell you that banks and employers have to respond when they get notice of a garnishment. They cannot ignore it, because they can be on the hook for those funds if they do not properly take them from your paycheck, for instance. So what's going on here? It's very important that you know your rights and make sure these creditors, these folks you owe money to, went through the proper channels, and give yourself grace and time, but not too much time, in figuring that out, and call an attorney. Hope this helps. Thanks. Bye.
Sip and talk with your girl. So, as I'm in the car, right, I hear that good old Trump is now making people who have student loans repay back those student loans starting May the 5th. Not only that, people who are in default or who were in default, they're going to start garnishing y'all motherfucking paychecks. Ain't that about a bitch? Now, our economy's all fucked up. I'm just trying to think how that even makes sense. You got repos at an all-time high. People still getting their houses taken from, or just walking away from their homes. And now you're going to be garnishing people's paychecks for student loans? Now, granted, yes, you do sign a promissory note when you take out the loans, but come on. When you did that shit, you was 18, 19, 20, 21. And now you are in your 30s and 40s, and now you have to start paying back these student loans. And if you don't, they're going to garnish your paychecks. And believe me, they can do that.
Garnish this cash. They're going to have to come get it back in blood. Take your money out the bank. Take your money out the bank. When you go to work tomorrow, turn off direct deposit. Opt for a paper check. And you better take it to Food Line every 2 weeks. Take your check to Food Line every 2 weeks and pay the 2% check cashing fee. We down bad. We down bad, y'all. We down bad. We got to do what we can do. Oh, my God. Oh. They done got us. They done got us. This time, y'all woke me up. Everything else was a joke, but this here, you got me.
I don't know what God about to do for me. But one thing for certain and two things for sure, I'm going to faith around and find out. And that's on God.
You get that check, boo?
Yeah, baby, I got it. I feel like a man.
You should feel like a man. You just went in there and walked out with a big check, boo.
Baby, I'm finally getting the money I deserve.
Yup.
I'm one of the only black men in America making this type of money.
Yup, I know that's right. You make big money. You are the bag now, boo.
I'm gonna show these brothers how to bowl.
Show them, boo. You show them how it's done, boo.
Baby, what you want to do today is on me.
Oh, what I want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, for starters, we gonna have shrimp and lobster today.
I got you.
You got me.
Baby, what else you want
Okay,
to do?
then we finna go to the nail and the hair salon.
That's nothing.
And you finna get me a couple outfits.
That's nothing either. Baby,
Woo!
I got you.
It's nothing. My baby got that bag.
Baby, check this out.
Uh.
A king take care of his queen.
I know
It's
that's
all
right.
check, not just mine.
And you the king and I'm the queen. Open that check up and see how many commas in it,
Jesus.
boo. I know that check so
Hold
it's
on.
big, ain't it, boo? It's that big, ain't it, boo? We got a big check, didn't we?
Baby,
What?
how much check? Only $72.99.
$72.99.
Baby, yeah.
You better make sure that's yours. You work 40 hours for 2 weeks. Ain't no way.
Baby, it got my name on it.
Well, they must have messed something up.
Baby, they had to mess something up.
You better go in there and tell them right now they messed something up big time.
Baby, hold on. I think I know what's going on.
What?
I owe Belinda child support. I got 8 kids by her.
You owe child support.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I owe them a couple $100,000.
Oh, my.
I never paid it.
Well, you better go tell them some. They can't take your whole check now.
I know they can't because I didn't give them permission.
Exactly.
Baby, I'm about to go in there and holler at them.
We need our money.
Can't garnish this cash. They're gonna have to come get it back in blood. Take your money out the bank. Take your money out the bank. When you go to work tomorrow, turn off direct deposit. Opt for a paper check. And you better take it to food line every 2 weeks. Take your check to food line every 2 weeks and pay the 2% check cashier fee. We down bad. We down bad, y'all. We down bad. We gotta do what we can do. Oh my God. Oh. They done got us. They done got us. This time, y'all woke me up. Everything else was a joke, but this here, you got me.
You know what I like about Donald Trump?
This season, he doesn't discriminate. He's giving it to all of y'all. Whether you voted for him or not, he don't give a shit. He's giving it to you, bitch. Oh, poor you. You thought he was just coming for the immigrants. Look at you. He's coming for you too, boo. He's coming for that money. He's coming for that paycheck, babe. Shit is already hard. People can barely put food on the table. He's about to garnish your paycheck if you don't run him this money. If you don't run him this money, huh? This season, he doesn't discriminate. He's giving it to all
Payday,
of y'all.
and you check your bank app and notice your pay is way too low. You look at the pay stub to try to find your coin before you curse out the whole HR department, only to find that your check got garnished after a lawsuit. You panic. How you gonna survive? Food ain't free. You can, A, get a new job, but it's only a matter of time before they find you and garnish your paycheck wherever you run to. B, try to negotiate the debt, which might work, but creditors are reluctant to help after they already have a judgment against you because there's really no incentive for them to take less money at this point. C, file bankruptcy. The moment the bankruptcy petition is filed, the garnishment stops pursuant to 11 U.S.C. 362. Please call our office if you have any questions.
Hey, boo.
Oh, baby.
Okay, I see you got your paycheck in your hand. It's payday today, ain't it, boo?
Baby, I'm not gonna lie to you. My check only $150.
$150? How, boo? You better go in that office and tell him that check is wrong.
Baby, I just worked 40 plus hours.
For
in 1 week.
real. That's what I'm talking about. It should be way more than that.
Baby, that's the problem. I've been to the office.
And what they
They told
say?
me I owe some type of credit card debt.
You owe credit card
I owe the
debt.
credit bureau.
I ain't know you had credit
So they
card
garnished
debt.
my wages.
I ain't know you owed no credit card.
Baby, I never had no credit card.
You
That's
didn't?
the problem.
You ain't never had one.
I've been married for 2 years. I think you got some explaining to do, baby.
I got some
can't
explaining
live
to
like
do?
this. Think about it.
Oh, you know what, boo?
What?
It is something I forgot to tell you.
What's that?
You know how I was married before you, right?
Yeah.
Well, when I got divorced, they put a judgment on my name. It was for $70,000 in credit card debt my ex-husband had.
Sweetheart, why didn't you tell me that before we got
Man,
married?
that completely slipped my mind, and I ain't know they could take money from you for that.
Baby, I'm not boo-boo the fool. I cannot pay you and your ex-husband's credit card debt.
Man, how we gonna pay our bills now, boo?
Baby, I don't know. You're going to have to find something to do, baby, and get the bills paid.
All right, I'm gonna try to figure it out, boo. I can't believe they can do that.
I'm going to tell you like this, baby. Either get that shit fixed or you looking for another divorce.
The IRS is like, if you don't pay the taxes you owe, we're going to withhold them from your paycheck. Yeah. Do that, bro.
So big news at the with the IRS, not a tax controversy conference, and yesterday we got 3 wage levy notices from clients. And what was unique about this, they were from ACS, not an individual agent at the IRS. So before COVID, this was common. After COVID, the IRS stopped this. They basically made it so that when you issued a wage garnishment, an agent had to be assigned. But now, because they have less employees, they're just doing it automatically, okay, after intent to levy and the client person doesn't respond. So be aware, expect more levies from the IRS. I think there's going to be a large wave of them. If you have tax liabilities, you need to resolve it, especially if you received intent to levy notices.
So they garnish them. They garnish them for them student loans. They want them payments, but I see a lot of y'all talking about paper checks. The garnishment happens way before that. So it don't matter about direct deposit, getting a check, none of that. They're going to get their money. You don't even see the money before they take it. It's already took, and then you get what's left. So that sucks. I went through it. But yeah. I did it, and I fucked around and quit the job, and then boom, they got me on my taxes. They took my taxes, so they gonna get their money. Get ready for it.
Y'all, they're about to garnish our wages. If you own student loans, by May 5th, they're gonna try to take 15% of your income to pay them back, okay? Now, I got student loans. A lot of other folks got student loans, okay? I had no idea that was going to garnish my check. No idea. Now, I have been getting letters from student loans here and there, but we just throw them away, because I just never thought about paying them, and that was my fault. Perhaps I should have paid something into it. I hadn't paid anything. I only owe $7,000 in student loans, so I don't have that much. Some folks owe $50,000, $100,000, $300,000. And for degrees they don't even use, And this gonna hurt a lot of people, all right? It's hurt a lot of people. A lot of folks are already struggling. And now if they can garnish your paychecks, that's gonna be hard for a lot of folks. So I hope you guys be prepared for this, because you think it's bad now, it's gonna get really bad when folks gotta pay all this money for student loans. I'm gonna go ahead and start making payments now. Go and get out the way. $7,000 I could probably knock out maybe 2 months. I should be able to, maybe 3 months if I, slow pace it. But either way, I can pay it this year. So I'm trying to get knocked down out. And when it comes to credit scores, a lot of folks' credit scores already done decreased by almost 100 points or more because of it. And it's not going to be pretty out here, guys. It's not going to be pretty. So, get ready.
And let's talk about why I'm really... hold on a second. And let's talk about why I'm really upset. I'm upset because y'all gonna start garnishing my checks, my hard-earned money that I'm supposed to be paying off my student loans with. Baby, I gotta afford to live. How am I supposed to live in this economy? And y'all finna start garnishing my... You know how much I owe student loans? Do you know how much I owe student loans? And y'all gonna start garnishing my checks. I ain't gonna have a damn thing. 15% seem like it ain't a lot. Baby, that's a whole lot, okay? So soon as you start living life, you getting yourself together, boom. They want to start doing stuff. They want to start messing with our checks. One thing I don't play about is my money, and I try to be funny, and I ain't got time for it, okay? I ain't pissed off. Like, I'm laughing because, like, bitch, we all finna be homeless in this motherfucker. And on that note, I'm selling it, okay? I'm selling it. It's on the market. I'm selling it.
Auntie Bev here with another word to help you build your vocabulary. The word is garnish. It's a noun. A garnish is a small addition you add to a plate of food to make it taste better or to just look more presentable, like adding apple or orange slices or pecans to your salad. If you add the word wages to garnish, it takes on an entirely different meaning. To garnish your wages means it's a legal process where your employer is required to take a certain amount of money from your paycheck, every paycheck, and send it off to whomever is supposed to receive it. It could be for alimony. It could be for child support. And now the government has announced it plans to garnish the wages of students who defaulted on their student loans. A garnish on your plate may look pretty good, but there's nothing delectable about garnishing wages. Garnish. Add that word to your vocabulary bank and make it your time, your shine. Auntie Bev speaks.